And so we're talking about the 5 steps to radical resiliency. So tell us a little bit more.
Well, I want to say first is that trauma or whatever our situation or circumstance, you don't have to suffer a near death experience to use the 5 steps to radical resiliency. And that's what I've also learned in coaching others is that trauma to one person could be a conversation, it could be stage fright. I mean, it can be different things to different people. I really want to make that clear and stress that radical resiliency is about going through the process with the 5 steps in any situation. The first step is just, it's very simple when we're in something that's presented to us that's not comfortable or positive or scary or overwhelming, to be the victim. And what I've learned is that you have to be in that place. You have to acknowledge where you are, have the pity party, and maybe blame, justify, and excuse what's happening to you and why me. And because it's very common, I know for myself, was I was beating myself up, right? The judge we talk about in our positive intelligence, I was judging myself like, oh, why did you do that? I had to get to the place where I was angry at the snowboard boyfriend and not taking a lesson. And why was I so stubborn? Imagine after a natural disaster, nobody goes in to help and just starts rebuilding things, right? Rebuilding buildings. And first they have to come in and they have to assess what happened and how traumatic it was or overwhelming it is. So I think that is the first one. Is I know it's having self-compassion and allowing yourself to be in that place.
A lot of times it's our challenges that really make us who we are, right? And a lot of times we can't see looking forward, but it's always when we look back on it, we're like, oh, wow, okay, now I understand why that happened the way that happened, right? I really truly believe that a lot of times things happen. Many times we don't understand why, but they do happen for a reason.
Oh,
And we can look back on those situations or events and see, okay, what is the gift in this? What is the opportunity in this? That is what you're using to help other people. That is what you're using to talk about radical resiliency. And not to say like if you hadn't gone through that experience, you may not be talking about this, but it's the story and what you've gone through is so incredible. I mean, it just makes me cry when I think about it, that you're now able to help people that are going through challenging situations and events because you truly understand what they've gone through. This work is so incredibly powerful.